grey dust, you could see, around the factories. Most of the factories throw it away. One person see it as an opportunity. That is which is hidden in the agricultural waste. India is the largest and we export tons of rice to the world. The rice mills in India, they burn rice husk for their operations as an energy for fuel. Here is the catch and the major problem. The rice has actually been burned. The ashes are formed, which actually be depleted in the resources. Globally, 20 million tons of ash being produced. Nobody know what to do with. The ash actually depleted in the ecosystem in form of air, water, and majorly in the landfills. This is an environmental nightmare. There is something called silica. The silica is the raw material for the tire manufacturers, and people out here is so desperate about the energy efficient and green silica. At the time, conventional method of silica is produced through the deep mine sand, like mining the sand. The companies do mining the sand at some temperatures, which is actually an energy efficient intensive thing, and it also releases plenty of amount of CO2 emissions. Here comes the creativity is just about connecting the things, which is where the person is. Tanmay Pandya is an chemical engineering IIT graduate. From the land to field, he sees the agriculture waste, the rice as cash, the byproduct of rice mill. Here comes the Mr. Tanmay Pandya patent the chemical process. There comes the company Brisil Technologies, from agri waste to an high industrial valuable product which is related to chemical industries. The chemical process under the combination of rice husk ash plus rice husk ultimately produces a biosilica which is recyclable. It actually produces activated carbon, calcium carbonate, which are actually used in other various industries such as oral care. We actually used in the paste as an abrasive. Second thing is used in the food industries also. Third, the primary source is actually the silica is in the tires. There, when this agri waste, which is a valuable thing, which actually the silica is produced, bio-based silica is produced, where the car manufacturers is welcomed that in such a way that the fuel efficiency is much lesser compared to the conventional method. That is a deep sand mining. Actually it benefits green tires in the form of manufacturing of the tires. That's a great idea being developed by the Brisil Technologies. Actually, what is the impact by doing this? Actually being recognized by the Indian people, like from a lab at IIT BHU, actually backed up by CIE, IIM Ahmedabad. The Brisil Technology went into the Marico Innovation Foundation, Department of Science of Technology India, the global recognition, Global Clean Tech Innovation Program Award, like Growth Program Award by Indian Innovation. Third is the Economic Types Power of Idea. So these have been achievements by the global recognition and also by Indian recognition for the company Brisil Technologies. Finally, the wow factor is what they actually done is for every 1 ton of silica which is being produced by the Brisil Technologies for efficient fuel, saves the energy and reduces the carbon emissions compared to the conventional method. For every 1 ton of silica produced by them, which actually prevents 10 tons of emissions produced by the conventional method of deep sand mining. This is the wow factor and the inference you have to take from this Brisil Technology. The great idea behind this, from agriculture waste to an industrial resource. Like for every company actually the carbon footprint actually reduced by 5 to 10%. For Brisil Technology, in the total industries, I believe it is an inspiring story. I believe one person's waste, industrial waste, becomes another person's industrial premium product. This is where I told that creativity is just about connecting things around us. If you find the video is very interesting, like very inspiring, the idea by the person innovated such a beautiful thing with around agri waste into a high value product. Put on your thoughts on the comment section and tell me which hidden green startup I have to proceed next and share this with your friends and sustainability related people and tire manufacturers.